By the end of this video, you are either going to have started your forever world, you will have new inspiration to continue your forever world, or just new ideas on what to do next. I really hope this can give you motivation to play Minecraft, one of the best games just out there ever. So get cozy, get yourself a drink, a nice warm beverage or a snack. If you get yourself anything, please let me know what you have in the comments down below. I just have some decaf black tea. There have been so many videos talking about forever worlds, so it's officially time for me to do my version as I build a little fisherman hut in the background. I hope you enjoy that footage. The thing that I think makes forever worlds so special, why I even want to have one to begin with, is that it's a diary. It is documentation of who you were, the things you liked, what you wanted to build, what you were interested in, your building skills, you know, as you improve. It's so wonderful to get to see that. You can even use the in-game journal, whether you want to role play as your character or just as yourself, whatever you want to do. It's really awesome to get to really use it like it's a diary, this digital world that will reflect yourself in such a cool way. You can even write on signs what date you built a building, stuff like that. I just think it's a wonderful way for you to be able to look back at your life. You'll be able to walk past all your creations and get to feel like what you felt like when you built it, you know? What were you watching or listening to? If I was listening to a specific album, a specific YouTube video, especially if it was a really long video essay, I find this is true in my sketchbooks as well. When I make physical art, I remember so much about where I was when I did it and who I was when I created it. And the same is true for Minecraft, which is so cool and special. It's such a relaxing game, so getting to be able to kick back and journal so much of the small moments without even having to try to, especially as we become adults. It's really easy to forget the small things because we've done the small things 1,000 times over again. You know, when you were a kid, everything was so new and fresh. I find that you can get a lot of that childlike wonder back just by playing Minecraft, which is super cool. It's a really great way to connect with your inner child, I feel like, especially if you liked Minecraft as a kid. You know, it's an interest you both share. So I just highly recommend, especially if you have a world for years. It's so cool to walk across it and just have all those memories flood your brain. It's really wonderful. And like I was saying, it's really a sketchbook. It is a canvas. The world, you can build anything, whatever you want. And it's totally your own style. People don't realize it, but you totally have a building style. The colors you prefer, the buildings you want to build, whether you like nature, whether you like more industrial or minimalism or clutter or whatever. That's you. That's a reflection of you, your style, your thoughts. It is a sketchbook. It is a way to express your creativity. It's also a great way to relax and kick back, but it truly is a way to use your creativity. It's a muscle in your brain, and I think it's extremely good for us to be utilizing that muscle and practicing it and building it up. If you don't think you're a very creative person, I highly recommend that you just try. Put yourself out there, do something for the hell of it. If it turns out bad, who cares? Like, you will slowly learn, which also, if you think you're a bad builder, you will learn. And you can grow as a builder and a creator. So just start your forever world, be able to document that journey of your building skills and stuff like that. But it is so good to use your creativity. Try and think outside of the box. You can also follow tutorials too, though. Maybe add a little bit of your own spin on it. But even following tutorials will help with your creativity. You will slowly learn things and you'll be able to eventually maybe create builds without having to look at any reference or anything. You can also look at IRL reference. So if you want to build a house, but you don't really know how to build a house, look at a real life house. If you want to build a castle, look at a real life castle, a real life barn. Pull it up on Google Images and just try to build it. Another thing I love doing is building things from TV shows and movies that I like. One time I built the green farm from The Walking Dead, and I even put little zombies in there and I named them some of the names of the characters in the show. It's a really great way to get invested in your world is if it has elements of things that you like outside of Minecraft. So yeah, just media that you like, and you can just follow what that thing looks like. It can be very difficult, but it's a fun exercise. You'll have to kind of think outside the box since real stuff isn't built in how Minecraft is built, Same things with The Sims. If you try to build a house in The Sims, it doesn't turn out quite right, but just try your best and have fun with it. And that's really it. You get to play however you want to play. Okay? If you want to play on peaceful all of the time or some of the time, do that. If you want to play with keep inventory on, but you're still on hard mode, do that. Like, you can do whatever you want. You can even play on hardcore, which might seem a little bit counterintuitive since this is a forever world and hardcore worlds, have an expiration date. But it doesn't matter. Just play how you want to play. Also, if you hate building, you can play as a nomad who doesn't have a home, and you just get to travel across your world and find new biomes, find new things to explore. If that's how you want to play, then go for it. If you want to play on creative, you can. There are no rules with your forever world. Play however the heck you want to play. As long as it gets you playing, that's the most important part. You can also play with teleportation on. You can just do whatever. Play with any mods that you want. You can play in the beta if that's what you like. There are so many options. Minecraft is such a limitless sandbox game. Just don't worry about what other people are doing. What are the trends? What are the rules? There are no rules. Play how you want to play. And if you want to reset, you can even reset. Even if you just have the option of resetting, it might help you play. Like, then maybe you won't have that daunting thought at the back of your brain that if you mess up, if you make a bad build, it's forever. Don't put that pressure on yourself. That doesn't exist. So even just being like, well, I can reset at any time. You might never actually do it, but just having the option might make it a little less scary to start. And you can also take breaks for as long as you want. But if you find that you're taking breaks for just longer than you'd like you haven't played in maybe a few months, and you really want to play your forever world, I have a few tips on how to get back into it. My biggest recommendation, and you can use this for literally anything you want to do in life, dedicate 30 minutes to it. Boot up Minecraft. Don't play a YouTube video, put your headphones on, get comfortable, play for 30 minutes. After that 30 minutes, you are free to leave. You're free to go do whatever it is that you wanted to do, scroll on TikTok, who cares? But just dedicate the 30 minutes. Generally, you'll get into it and you'll be able to play for a lot longer. You can do this with reading, cleaning, literally anything that you want to do. If you want to make yourself do something, 30 minutes, that's easy. I can do 30 minutes. It's when you really put pressure on yourself to do something for a long time that it just becomes too much for your brain. And then your brain goes, but scrolling is so much easier. So just make it a little bit easy on yourself and just do 30 minutes. I also recommend that you play Minecraft in other ways. So you could play on a creative world if you wanted. You could play random mods if you want, or play online servers with friends. Those are all great ways to get yourself in a Minecraft kind of mood, and it might just make you in a forever world kind of mood. I also find it really fun that you can explore your world with your friends. You can invite them, do a co-op if that's what you want to do, but you could just stream your world on Discord, or if you have IRL friends, they can just come over and you can just do a little tour. It's so fun having someone see all of the work that you put into something and then admire it a little bit. Showing it off and just feeling proud of yourself can really make you want to work at it again. I find this especially fun because it really makes big builds feel like they have a purpose. Whether it is that you're showing your friend or whether you're just keeping it for yourself, big builds aren't just going to be something that you forget about in a month. You're going to be able to see them for forever. It's a forever world. And you're going to be able to feel proud of them every single time you pass by the build. It really gives these bigger projects a lot more meaning, and you can also spend as long as you want with them. Also, sometimes if you stop doing something, then you might struggle to get back into it, but just know yourself, know how you want to play the game, and you can kind of figure it out from there. And if you know you don't like big builds, you can try it out, but you don't have to either. Oh, and one of my biggest tips, if you lose motivation and you want to just restart, you want to feel the beginning Minecraft days, the early days of punching that first tree. Put everything in a chest and just leave your house, leave your base, go far away, have nothing on you, and you get to play out early game again, but you're still in the same world. Other places that you can find motivation or inspiration are YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest. I really like looking at other people's builds. I especially like looking at Hermitcraft since they always have such large and thought out builds, which always feels so cool. They're also so good at terraforming and forced perspective and all that stuff. A lot to learn from people who do giant builds on Minecraft. But you can also look at smaller builds on TikTok. You can even follow the tutorials. A lot of the times those builds will only take you maybe an hour. So you can quickly whip out a small build and then feel accomplished and then get right back to a bigger build. If you just feel like, it's just taking so long, just give yourself that quick dose of dopamine by finishing a project that's super fast and easy, and then moving on to something else. It's such a great tip. Pinterest is also great. You can make a whole Pinterest board. I mean, there are a lot of ads and it's got its own problems, but I still love it. So yeah, just save everything and you'll constantly have little ideas that you can search through really easily. I find having a world that will go through all of the updates with you is super fun. It also gives you an excuse to travel, like a big travel, maybe even do another highway, because obviously with new updates come new items, come new chunks that you have to explore to find the new items. And if you've had the Forever World for a long time, you might have already explored a lot of it, so finding new chunks will be hard, which is why I say build another highway. Those are really fun projects that I really don't like doing, but then once I do it, it's like, I don't know, it's just so cool because it's so practical. You know, you use it a lot. You can also do big travels with pets, which is always super fun. It's definitely a challenge. It's a lot harder to travel with pets, but I think that makes it good. It like changes things up. It brings new problems, new things to consider, which I think is good for our brains, you know, constantly doing the same thing over and over and over again gets boring. So introducing new challenges is a great way to get reinvested, and also being invested into pets really help being invested into the world, right? Because you get like that emotional side. If you really care about your dog, then you're going to want to go back to your Forever World to see the dog. You can also have unconventional pets or unconventional friends, I guess, villagers or mobs. My personal favorites are zombie pigmen and also snowmen, the little snow golem guys. I really like having them. I like the pigmen especially because they have to choose you. They have to go through the portal, and then you just gotta make sure you name tag them or put them in a boat, otherwise they will despawn, which is always really sad. Snow golems are also super fun. You can put them in your house and then they just like put snow everywhere and they like move. It just makes things feel more alive too. I really love having weird pets or normal pets too. I love having cats. In my Forever World, I'm still looking for an orange cat, because my cat is orange, Tigger. I love him, and I need to find a Tigger in my Forever World to keep forever. And you really will have to do a lot of new things in your Forever World, which can make Minecraft really interesting. We all have habits, things that we like to do, things that we're drawn to, builds we're drawn to. Maybe you like to build dirt huts, or maybe you like to build, you know, cave mansions. I don't know. And whatever it is, eventually you're gonna do that 10 times and probably get bored. Maybe you'll do it one time and get bored. So you're going to be able to push yourself outside of your comfort zone and build something that you've never done before. And it'll have a lot more meaning and a lot more fun. You might even discover that you like doing these new things, whether that is building or whether that's eating new foods in Minecraft or just taking a new approach in general can spice up the game, make it more interesting. And you kind of are forced to do that in a Forever World because, like I said, you can't just do the same thing over and over and over again. So you're going to have to find new ways to play, which just gives you more options on what you want to do when you boot up your world. I love my Forever World for so many reasons. I just highly recommend making one. I think one of the main things for me is that I know I will never lose my progress. I grieve all of the builds that I have done in the past, whether an online server with friends or a private world that I just lost to time or I lost access to, and I will never get to see those builds again, which is just so unfortunate. But that will never happen with your Forever World as long as you back it up. Please. Please, please, please back up your world. I'm not computer savvy. I know nothing. I did it. It's so easy, actually. Just look it up on Google, put it on Google Drive, or put it on like a USB stick. Just put it somewhere safe that's not on your computer, because you never know what can happen. You might corrupt your world. I don't know. Maybe you'll have a little sibling who deletes it, or maybe your computer will blow up. I don't know. You don't know what could happen, so just prepare for it and be continuously backing up your world. The biggest way, for me at least, to get me to never play something ever again is if I lose all of my hours of work. Oh my gosh, there's nothing that makes me lose motivation like losing hours and hours of work and knowing that I'm gonna have to restart. So just back up your world. It's not too hard. And it is so cool. You'll get to have this for the rest of your life. As long as you want to play Minecraft, you will have this world as a comfort, as something to go back to, as something that is going to grow with you as a human being throughout the years. How cool is that? My biggest tip, not just for Forever World, but for gaming in general, get a gaming journal. Okay, this one's mine. Mine's got a nice little cover. You can have a nice cover. You can have a boring cover. You can do whatever you want. You can paint on your cover, throw stickers on your cover, and you can write everything in here. You could have a dedicated Forever World journal or just your dedicated gaming journal. I kind of want to get a dedicated Forever World journal. I think that would be quite cool. But for now, I really like this one. This is so great for immersion. This is so great for motivation. This is so great to really feel like you care about the games that you're playing. And also it's great to look back on too. It's a great way of documenting things. You can use this for so many different purposes. You can use it for rating games or rating things that you've done in your forever world. You can just journal about what you've done. You can also roleplay. It's a great option and it's totally fun. It doesn't have to be cringy. And even if it is cringy, be cringe, be free, who cares? You can also write down projects that you want to do. So anytime that you're like, I want to build something, but I don't know what to build, there's so many options, I'm so scared, just look at your list, pick the first one that's there, and build that. And if you want to stop big projects, or you know you're going to be taking even like a week-long break, write down where you left off and what you were going to do next. It will be so much easier, so that the next time you boot up the game, you're not going to be like, what? I don't remember where I was, what I was doing, and I just don't want to finish this build now because I'm overwhelmed. You'll know exactly what you need to do. You can also immerse yourself in a lot of other ways. I highly recommend playing games, not just Minecraft, but any game you can, but for certainly your forever world, play it with no YouTube in the background. Just play it with your headphones on, enjoy the sounds, enjoy the Minecraft music. You don't have to do this all the time, but just try and do it every now and then. It is uncomfortable, but I think that discomfort is good. It will also create better memories in your brain because you're only focusing on one thing instead of 10,000 things. Giving something your undivided attention is the best way for you to really care about it. You can also play music in the background, whether that's just music you like, or if you're into the role-playing thing, you can play music that matches the vibe of your forever world or matches the vibe of whatever you're doing or whatever you're building. So you can make little playlists. There's so many on YouTube. So if you want to make like a post-apocalyptic world, search that up on YouTube. They'll have ambience and maybe they'll be like I don't know, sirens or something in the background. Or if you're doing like a rainforest, find like a rainforest ambience music sound thing and it'll have like rain and little birds. Such a good way to immerse yourself into your gaming. Or yeah, you can just listen to music that you like. At least music isn't as attention dividing, I guess, as a YouTube video. I find that YouTube videos, although I will say I find them very relaxing. I listen to ASMR. You can also listen to ASMR. I find that it really helps me focus on things. But yeah, just a general on YouTube. Sometimes it really helps me just to relax because I've got my YouTube playing, I'm watching a little video essay, I'm playing my game, I'm building, doing whatever. Like I said, there really are no rules. You can follow any of these tips or you can follow none of them. You can say, screw me, dislike this video, leave a hate comment. Hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully you got inspired. I think that's the biggest thing. One of the things that helps me to be really inspired to play my forever world is watching YouTube videos talking about forever worlds, or even watching YouTube videos that are just people in their forever worlds or worlds that they've had for a long time. Forever world also doesn't sound like a word anymore, but a good person to watch is Etho. I really like his world and he really has had that world for a very long time, but there's a million YouTubers to check out. Highly recommend doing that. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this was helpful. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and if you're building anything in your forever world currently, or working on any projects, or doing any sort of traveling, please let me know about it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Thank you so much and have a great day.